What is going on, everybody? It's been a while since I've done this type of video. Yeah, I remember it. Anyway, we're not going to talk about the PBA 2K. What we're going to talk about is the PBA. Because I'm so done with the PBA. I'm done. I quit. Like, I don't want to watch it anymore at this point. You know what? A couple of days ago, almost last week, I woke up. I checked my Facebook. You know, the first thing I see? CJ Perez is getting traded to San Miguel Beermen for benchwarmers and the pick. And at that point, the trade was pending approval, like it's supposed to mean something. But we all know it's getting accepted anyway. But you know the funny thing for me about that is 2018, during the draft where CJ Perez got picked at number 1. I said, whatever you do, whoever you pick at number 1, don't you ever think about trading him. Because it's hard to look at y'all struggle every season, and I'm not even a fan of this team. Get it? I'm not a fan, and I'm having a hard time watching this team take L's left and right. And for 2 years, I thought, okay, that they're doing the right thing. They just gotta build around him. Now, they're not gonna be a top team yet, right away, but they just need to build around him. They just need to get a good system. He's the starting point. Okay, he's a starting point. But look at what happens. They trade him away, and now they're back to where they were. So we already know that this trade is bogus. But let me tell you why. Trading bench warmers, I say that term loosely because these guys that they traded, they can play, but they're not being used, so therefore they're considered bench warmers. Because you guys know SMB system, it's heavily reliant on star power. These bench warmers, you trade them away and you get a star player. That's like trading garbage for gold. I'm not saying these players are garbage. I'm just saying they gave away more for less. There you go. And I hate it. And then they thought that adding the 2 first-round picks would make it very, very fair. No, it doesn't. Especially if you make a first-round pick trade with a team that's gunning for championships. You know what that means? You're probably going to get the 12th pick on the 2022 pick. Either the 12th pick, because the 8th pick, okay, fine, whatever. But come on, in the PBA, if you get a first to 5th pick, that's okay. But the 8th pick, kind of sketchy. They woke up one morning and they said, well, you know, we lost to the first round to Meralco because we had injuries. Need more all-stars. I hate it. I hate it. Because the strong get stronger and the weak get weaker. You know what that means? There's no balance to the league, and there already is barely any balance to the league at this point, because whenever we watch the PBA, we're just like, oh well, you know, TNT, SMB, Ginebra, they're probably going to be in the finals. At least 2 of them are going to be. You know, it's a shocker for us if Magnolia gets to the finals at this point. And that's what I hate, is because it keeps happening. You know, they did the same thing. They traded away Stan Hardinger. Terrafirma did. To who? SMB. Mahindra, when they were Mahindra, they got the second overall pick. They traded to who? TNT. And what did they get for return? A washing machine. You can't tell me that you're gonna trade away your pick for a washing machine, not literally, but you get the point, and expect to do better. You know what I mean? And then they gave Blackwater Larry Rodriguez, like, okay, superstar, okay, cool. And then the fact that it keeps happening, that's just what makes it worse. And that's what I don't like, is why are these types of trades, I know you guys already know this, but why are those types of trades always with SMB, always with TNT? Why? Bobby Ray Parks, TNT. CJ Perez, SMB. Why? Can't you trade with another team? There's like, I don't know, 10, 11 other teams out there you can trade with. You could have traded with NLEX. And maybe you could have gotten maybe Kevin Alas or Jericho Cruz in return. At least one of them. You know? You could have traded with Alaska. Get Vic Manuel in return, maybe. You could have traded with, you know, your fellow garbage team, Blackwater. You know what I mean? Like, you could have traded with anyone else. But why is it always with TNT and SMB? Why do they always get these top players? Why? And the league act like nothing's wrong, right? The league act like there's nothing wrong with it. So I read further, right? I read further. And you know what else I saw? The team governor. The team governor come out here and he said, oh, we traded CJ Perez because we wanted 2 picks for the draft. What? What? I want 2 picks for the draft. What do? Let's trade away our best player. Yay! What are you doing? At this point, I'm starting to think that the Terrafirma management, whoever they are, most of them, or not most of them, but some of them don't know basketball at this point. I'm losing faith in them. I mean, if you really wanted 2 picks for the draft, you could have traded anyone else but CJ Perez. You could have traded away Roosevelt Adams. I wouldn't suggest that. You could have traded Kahilig. I wouldn't suggest that either. How about when you traded away Jackson Corpus? You know, you could have gotten at least a pick for that. Or maybe McCarthy. You could have traded away McCarthy, given how you already have like flash amount of point guards. Which I wouldn't suggest either, because McCarthy been balling, you know, for Terrafirma since he got there. But they're like, no, let's trade away our best player. We have other young players. And that's why I'm starting to think that some chaps over in the Terrafirma management, they might not know basketball. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm probably wrong, but you know, you gotta hand it to them at some point, because they may or may not know basketball management, but they do know business. I'll give you that. I'm losing faith in this team. I wanted to see Colombian be a competitive team, but now they garbage. They're so garbage, I can't even get their name right. And then, you know what else Leo Austria said? Leo Austria was like, well, you know, it's our job to get the best players in the league. Yeah, right. You already have like, I don't know, half of them, something like that. I don't know. So then he goes and says, okay, I mean, it's a fair trade because we gave him a point guard, we gave him a defender, and we gave him a big man. That's a fair trade. We lost a lot of players and got someone in return. It's fair trade. You gave out Jello Alolino. Now, I'm not saying Jello Alolino is a bad player. But if you look at how he's been playing for SMB, he hasn't contributed much. You can't blame him though, because he hasn't, you know, they don't give him a lot of playing time. Your defender, Matt Ganuel's roster, alright, you know, alright, that gives you more depth. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's the only thing I like about that trade, that MGR was a part of it. And then the big man, they say, a big man, Russell Escoto. This man is literally who Mahindra picked for Aguilas Cadet years ago. Major injury in his first game, comes back and then gets traded, and then now he's back with them. But the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, they're not playing a lot. Which means their stats are low. But if you combine their stats, they're not really worthy of being traded for a superstar. Their value is not that high. You can't just say that their value is high because you see them play well in college or anywhere but the PBA. They just don't get playing time. You can't say that. Their value is low because they're not being played well. And since their value is low, you can't just trade them like this for a superstar and get away with it. At least in my opinion. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. If you go over to a PBA website right now and you combine their statistics, it's not as high as CJ Perez. Like 3 of those players combined, compare those stats to CJ Perez. What do you get? Either way, I'm done with the PBA, man. I don't really want to watch it anymore. I mean, maybe I'll watch the eliminations, but I won't watch the playoffs. Maybe I'll still watch Meralco, but I won't watch anyone else. Because when the playoffs come, we already know what's going to happen. TNT, SMB, Ginebra, one of them in the finals. We book it. Book what I said. One of them are going to be in the finals. One of those 3 teams. Book it. If I'm wrong, then I'll make another video and say I'm wrong. But anyway, I don't want to watch PBA anymore. Tell me what you guys think. If you care, if you want to say anything, let me know in the comments. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.